of the riders are on their stride. Ladies and gentlemen, the Granite State Derby is about to go green from the high banks of Monadnock.
Green flag out, and Anthony Cecily quickly jumps out in front from the bottom lane. He'll open up 2 car lengths now as they head down the back straightaway. John McKennedy in the 79, darting to the inside. He's looking
trouble now, up on the high side. Salamino gets crossed up, gathers it back, but loses several positions on the racetrack.
3 wide, here comes Silk all the way to the bottom as Hirschman goes back 2 spots. Now he gets up out of the crowd. Matt Hirschman in the 16 car, he gets going backwards, gave up 4 spots for the ball speed there. He continues to show speed everywhere the series goes. It's only a matter of time holding the victory trophy in play.
Well, that's been happening. All of a sudden, Ronnie Silk in the Silver Ram number 16 car is setting in position number 5. Behind him is a gaggle of cars sitting through the 22 machine. Meanwhile, keep your eyes on that mid for the Cecily. Continues to set the pace. Here comes Jake Johnson. The bowler number 3 car gets a good bite on the bottom, and directly behind the number 3 car is Craig Lutz. Lutz now, and McKennedy.
Flag back out, Cecily quick to the trigger. He'll jump out in front of Johnson, but Johnson tries to put the nose up ahead. He'll make contact, slide up the hill, and they stack up behind.
While he slides up the hill, that works to the advantage. Lutz moves to the inside. Here comes Ronnie Silk. Silk puts the car to the bottom, drifts up just a bit. He now moves into the 3rd spot. Well, all that's been happening. Meanwhile, shuffled back in the outside group is John McKennedy with that number 79 car. Here comes Silk. Bonsai move to the bottom. Going, gone.
You can see
3rd different leader of the event.
You can see him setting that pass up. Silk just rolls through turns 1 and 2 so easily. He was able to get to the back bumper of Craig Lutz and just drive underneath him at the entrance of turn 3. And already, Ron Silk able to start to extend by a car length or 2. That car is on rails right now.
Green, and we're racing. Here is Silk, side-by-side bid for 2nd. Lutz and Jake Johnson on the inside. Great speed shot down the front straightaway. Jake Johnson moves back into 2nd. Lutz settles back into 3rd. Side-by-side battle. Here comes Matt Hirschman.
Opportunity now for Matt Hirschman to see if he can pick up a couple of spots here in the late going. 55 to go as they hit the back straightaway. Johnson trying to set him up off turn 4. Looks to the bottom. He'll sail it to the bumper in turns 1 and 2.
Remember earlier we saw that Jake Johnson made a little bit of a stutter step. Gathered it back. Now, further back. We just saw a shot. Anthony Nacella. He's working his magic. Here comes Johnson. Saw a little daylight. Plants it into the bottom. It is Jake Johnson. The Lynch Propane Plus has lit him up to take over the lead.
Could today be the day for Jake Johnson? He still has a 3rd of this race left to go, but he powers by Ron Silk. Behind them, Beers. He's on the move, goes underneath his neighbor on Bud Lane in Northampton, Pennsylvania. Matt Hirschman going backwards, Austin Beers going forward. And Austin Beers, is there any payback for Richmond? Sitting there in the 3rd spot. Green flag is out.
And it is Jake Johnson. But look out, here comes Ron Silk. Pedal to the metal. Down into turn number 3. Drifts up just a bit. But Jake Johnson comes off the turn like a rocket. Here comes Austin Beers, now working over Ron Silk.
Beers did not get the start he needed. He needed to get by Ron Silk. If he wanted a shot for the win,
Cecily goes around
in turn 4. Caution number 5 is out. Time to go to the whip. Green flag goes out, and Jake Johnson much better this time by as he is able to get ahead on Ron Silk. Silk hangs in there on the outside lane, but Silk into the wall. He overdrives turn 2. He's into the outside wall, and the 16 car is off the pace.
Trouble now. Ron Silk continues.
That car badly damaged.
Yes, it literally rode up on the right front, down the back wall. You can see the black mark on the Arco barrier. Another car on the line, Ken Lano, car number 56. Gathered it back somehow, back up front. Jake Johnson still the leader. Craig Lutz still in 2nd. Austin Beers is 3rd.
White flag for Jake Johnson.
Final circuit around. the youngster who cut his teeth at Seekonk Speedway. Full body driver, now a modified driver. He'll hang his hat to win the Granite State Derby on the NASCAR Whelen Modified Tour from Monadnock Speedway.